Ross Perot still has voters guessing tonight. He did not announce, as speculated, that he'll rejoin the presidential race. We'll tell you what he did have to say coming up on Nightcast.
And if you're trying to sell your home, an open house may be an open invitation to a burglar. We'll explain.
Tonight on Jay's show, everybody's happy, like Jason Priestley and Judith Ivey. But on Dave's show, with David Brenner and Sting, well,
we're not here to have fun.
Tonight.
Hi, I'm Katie Couric. Coming up this week on Today, we'll preview two big movies. Dustin Hoffman, Gina Davis, and Andy Garcia from Hero will all be here, as will Jack Lemmon and Al Pacino from the new movie Glengarry Glen Ross. And Audrey Hepburn will tell us all about her trip to Somalia. Also, Ross Perot joins us live to discuss his decision. Will he run for president? And all week long, Bill Clinton on the issues. The Arkansas governor will be with us. So join Brian Gumpel and me all this week on Today.
Sam stranded with Brooke Shields, Quantum Leap, NBC Tuesday.
Great. I really needed this. I knew my transmission was slipping, just kept putting it off. Used to spend weekends under the thing. Couple of wrenches, you know, no more.
Now we're talking computers, sophisticated training. We're talking Mr. Transmission. There's nobody in the business better equipped or better trained to get you back on the road than Mr. Transmission. Free towing, nationwide warranty, great prices. And they do the job right the first time.
Guaranteed.
See your local Yellow Pages for a location nearest you.
This is it, the final days of Furniture Liquidators' fiscal year-end sale. All excess inventory must be sold by September 30th when we close our books. This merchandise must be sold regardless of original cost. Make no payments and pay no interest till 1993. And save on every brand name in every department and every location. Our fiscal year-end sale ends September 30th. Don't miss out.
Furniture Liquidators, saving you more.
When I told my wife I was selling 10 pieces of KFC chicken for $5.99, she said I was loony. When I told my brother I was selling 10 big pieces of delicious chicken for $5.99, he said I was bonkers. But when I told the people of Lake Edna that I was selling 10 pieces of chicken for $5.99, they said I was a genius.
10 pieces of original recipe, just $5.99. A great deal in Lake Edna or your neck of the woods.
Wave 3 News Nightcast is closed captioned for the deaf and hearing impaired. This is Wave 3 News Nightcast with Jim Mitchell, Melanie Bullard, meteorologist John Belsky, and Bob Dominy Sports.
Good evening. If Ross Perot re-enters the presidential race, and he says Thursday should be decision day, if he re-enters, he would create almost a dead heat between President Bush and Bill Clinton, according to a new poll out just tonight. It shows Clinton leading Bush by 9 percentage points, but with Perot back in, the lead shrinks to 5, barely more than the margin of error in that ABC News Washington Post poll. Tonight on the Larry King Show, Perot said he may or may not get back in.
It may not go that way at all. In other words, we may be supporting the Republicans, the Democrats, or telling everybody vote your conscience, because both parties did a great job today.
Ross Perot may be calling today's meeting in Dallas democracy at its finest, but others are calling it a dog and pony show. Representatives from the Bush and Clinton campaigns each made their pitch as to why Perot supporters should join their team. Afterwards, Clinton's representatives said they felt they shared some common ground with Perot.
We could not help but note the wide areas of agreement between Bill Clinton and Ross Perot.
Despite the uneasiness felt by both sides, it was pandering they obviously felt obligated to partake in. The rest, as Perot puts it, is up to his supporters. All this talk of Ross Perot has put a sudden new twist on the November election. While people in Kentucky wait to see what the Texas billionaire will do, Ken Marshall reports Perot still has an army of followers.
His followers like to think Ross Perot has awakened a sleeping giant. Thousands of volunteers fed up with Democrats and Republicans and looking for a change. Perot supporters like Gary Clyer know winning in November will be like climbing a mountain.
Nothing he does surprises me anymore. I was kind of, at this point in time, all right, fine, if he does, he does. If he doesn't, we'll go on without him anyway.
If Perot does re-enter the race, campaign workers say he'll have to convince them he's in for good, and he'll have to apologize for bowing out in July.
He had, struck a nerve in the American people, and no, I'm not. I mean, I'll work for him again.
However, former campaign worker Jack Coburn is like scores of others. He doesn't trust Ross Perot, even though he still supports Perot's message.
If he comes on early and starts to reestablish his credibility from the standpoint of as a person, then I think that a lot of people will jump behind him.
As the Clinton-Gore campaign prepares for tomorrow's rally in Louisville, there is a new factor to consider. The campaign could be on the verge of becoming a three-man race again, and no one is sure what the Perot factor might do. In downtown Louisville, Ken Marshall, Wave 3 News Nightcast.
Perot's name is on the ballot in Kentucky and Indiana. Kentucky was one of the first states where supporters gathered enough signatures to get his name on the ballot.
It's too late for Louisville, but NBC News reported tonight that the Commission on Presidential Debates will try again tomorrow to arrange a debate between President Bush and Bill Clinton. The commission is expected to send letters to both camps asking to discuss other possible formats for a debate. The president objected to the original format of one moderator. If both sides agree, the debates would most likely take place October 4th and 15th. Even though there won't be a presidential debate in Louisville tomorrow, the Democratic nominee Bill Clinton will swing through town. He will greet supporters at the Kentucky Center for the Arts. That's where Cindy Bragan is tonight. Cindy?
Well, Jim, last week folks here were ready to set the stage for a Bush-Clinton showdown. As you can see behind me, still preparing. There are folks walking around off to the side here getting things ready. That's because in about 12 hours, Arkansas Governor Bill Clinton will take the stage here, but alone, and both sides continue to play the blame game.
Huh? That's good right there.
The barricades are up, streets are blocked, the lighting's adjusted. Tomorrow, Bill Clinton will show up for the second debate that wasn't. Both sides are running ads blaming the other candidate, urging voters to call and complain.
The next presidential debate's supposed to happen September 29th, next Tuesday in Louisville. Now that won't happen either, again because George Bush has refused to show up.
Now Bill Clinton wants to change the rules. Maybe he doesn't want to answer reporters' questions or decide where he stands on the issues.
At Bush Quail headquarters, staffers say they've been getting nearly 50 calls a day, mainly from supporters who want the president to debate. They're going to be watching Clinton very closely tomorrow.
He has wavered and wiggled and waffled all across this country, and I hope he'll make Kentucky the place where he comes clean on some of the issues and tell us where he really stands.
At Clinton-Gore headquarters, volunteers are excited. They want Clinton and Gore in, and Bush Quail.
People calling in saying, we are glad that Governor Clinton is going to be here on Tuesday. You know, we look forward to seeing him and don't know why George Bush won't debate. So it's been a very positive response on our behalf.
Joining us now live is David Wofford. He's the state coordinator here in Kentucky for the Clinton-Gore campaign. One of Clinton's top advisors was in Frankfurt over the weekend. He says the American people are the real losers if there's no debate. So why not just say, we'll debate, no matter what the terms?
Well, I hope the Bush camp will finally decide that they are willing to debate his economic record and come forward.
But your camp won't agree to just debate no matter what the terms?
Well, a bipartisan commission put together this debate, and we felt that was a very fair way to do it. It was an attempt to put together something that would give the most chance for the American people to hear them really discuss the issues in depth.
What if the bipartisan commission, as we have heard earlier this evening in the newscast, they might change that? What if they agree to do it the way Bush wanted to do it before? Will you all agree to that?
Well, we've said from the beginning we'd work with the bipartisan commission, and I'm not able to comment what the next step is going to be, but you know, I'm very happy right now. We're going to have Bill Clinton here tomorrow and talking to the people of Louisville.
But you'll be open for discussion if they approach your camp, right? Bipartisan commission.
I'm sure the campaign certainly will.
Okay, David, thanks so much for joining us. Governor Clinton is expected to take the stage here around noon, and they're prepared for as many as 8,000 to 10,000 people to greet him. Back to you, Jim.
All right, thank you, Cindy. Cindy Bragan reporting live tonight at the Kentucky Center for the Arts. As Cindy mentioned, the area around the center is blocked off. So if you're heading downtown tomorrow morning, you may need to make a detour. Main Street will be closed off from 4th Street to 6th. However, people who work in the downtown area will still be able to use the parking garages at 4th and Main and on 5th Street.
Well, let's find out what kind of weather will greet Bill Clinton tomorrow.
Well, no debate about the weather. It's great. A little cool. Tomorrow will be about, a little more than 10 degrees cooler than it was today. A wake-up temperature in the lower 40s under clear skies. It'll be sunny all day long tomorrow. We're expecting an afternoon high about 65. A couple of days of below normal temperatures coming up there.
All right. Thank you, John. A 2-year-old child is recovering in the hospital tonight after being thrown from a car on I-64. The accident happened this afternoon near the Shelby County line. According to police, everyone but the driver in this vehicle was thrown out when it blew a tire and ran off the road. It's believed no one was wearing a seatbelt. 2 adults were taken to Humana U of L. Both are in stable condition. Police say the family in the car is from California. The youngest passenger, a 2-year-old, is in the intensive care unit of Cosair Children's Hospital in serious condition. A man released from prison just 3 months ago is expected to be back in court tomorrow. Charles Gold was indicted for murder today. He was arrested yesterday after trying to run from police in a stolen Jeep. When he sped away, he hit this car at the intersection of 3rd and Chestnut, killing the driver.